Hello everyone, welcome to an episode, it's not really an episode, so I'm making this video so that a couple friends, DCat mainly, he's been wanting to see Danganronpa and this chapter 4 episode, but he's been busy, I've been busy too, so he hasn't got the chance to see the stream. And I'm sure a lot of other people that wanted to see it weren't able to, so I decided to make kind of put my stream into this YouTube video. Did a bit of editing, cut out the boring parts where I was just trying to think everything through and get everything together. I know it's going to be a long YouTube video, but hopefully you guys enjoy this. And yeah, DCat and everyone else, I hope you guys check this out and enjoy being able to see the stream you missed. Anyway, here it is. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think, I guess. Enjoy. Alright.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Explanation
During the class
time.
trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Damn.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Yeah, okay.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Alright.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Sure.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Huh. Okay.
I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Wow.
So, I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Damn.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Interesting.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly.
Wow.
So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Okay, yeah, that's some interesting evidence.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Wow, did he just say that? Let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. Wow. Okay, did he just call her stupid?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
Yeah, Kazuichi. You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the hammer. Yeah, but it was super clean. Yeah, he did.
We should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Yeah, the pillar.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong. No.
What are you
I can't
basing
accept
this
that hammer was
off
the murder
of,
weapon.
though, Goddess? No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
But there still needs to be
Then
a
why bother
reason.
cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
It's pretty heavy.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby
Baby
gangster.
gangster.
Me?
He said the hammer was pretty obvious. He's not exactly the smartest guy, though.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Uh-huh.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
You're right.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
That's a good idea.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Well, possibly.
I see.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
He's the only one to fix the elevator and the door. I see, I see. Think it's Kazuichi as well?
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, Akane should know this. It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you? Yep, we tried to lift it.
That pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
There's one person that can lift it.
There's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Yeah. Probably fell back on the pillar.
So he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
The heck?
But it does bother me a little. Yeah, same. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School Life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru committed suicide.
That's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Okay.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
Yes, for reals.
See. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Okay, let's see what she has.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Sure.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
I'm missing something. Oh, yeah. I'm not missing
There's
something.
no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
The pillar fell before Nekomaru.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Interesting.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual.
Wow. There's something going on with him.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Huh.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right.
Huh.
You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Okay, Sonya and Gundam definitely have a thing there.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the Funhouse.
Yeah.
The secret of the Funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except
Damn.
for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the Funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the Funhouse.
Huh.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
She's pretty smart.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the Funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so...
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
The 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but... Oh, she was just going off the blueprints. Never mind. She's not that smart. I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Yeah.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Yeah.
So that's the secret of the Funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
They are the same
I mean,
place.
the walls are different colors.
Yeah.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Come on. They are the same. Wait, I'm gonna mention it here. Okay,
In
fine.
truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Okay, I'll try this.
No, that's wrong.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Yeah.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
I just want to point out that there's nothing here saying that Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are not the same, and everything that we found out supports that theory, and they are just being assholes. Because the towers are the same, the building structure is different.
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
Their wording was just...
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh, she's...
Then how about this? somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Really?
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
What? Why?
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay. Let's try this. Wait. Okay, there's a lot of things that could help me out here. We're gonna start with the oil on the floor, because you can't really move that. Has Junko appeared? No, this is
There
the
are many
second
different
one.
ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Nope, probably not. Is she high? I know, right?
Such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the pillar, the body, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
I missed it.
Damn it!
There are many different ways.
I'm distracted reading chat. Just give me a second.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Ah, I missed one. Okay.
There are many different ways. The body
Gotta
and the
make sure I
pillar
don't
could have
waste
been
any of
moved.
these.
The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
What? How? I used everything sparingly.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Okay, got it.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime.
It's not the doorknob, because the doorknob would still suggest that the other side is still there and doesn't...
Pillar is possible.
It's hard to
It would
explain.
have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
So it's the oil because we're talking about things that moved. What happened is we're in a room and we went in from Grape House and behind us was the Great Door where the doorknob would be taken off. We can't see that, which is why we went to the other side to clarify that it was actually off. And after we saw that it was off, our theories became clear, pretty much. So there's no reason to move the doorknob when we had it in our hands. It's the oil because she's suggesting that Monokuma went into the room and moved everything to make it look like the room was still in the same spot. You can't do that with oil though. You would have to clean it up. Then you would have to pour new oil on the floor. Alright.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body in the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
They are.
We can't be certain of that either.
Okay, why do they think the two towers are different buildings when the stuff was still there? I am thinking that this has something to do with translating from Japanese to English, which is making this really annoying. Because, like, it's not the towers that are different, it's the buildings themselves. And they just translated this poorly.
Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
She's thinking, give her a second. This mystery ties into the secret of the Funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. I do. You guys should too, but then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Actually, I had enough clues before he even did that, so...
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the Funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
But you're a part of it.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Okay. Is he talking about the traitor? Probably. So, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen
But
to him?
how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action?
I see.
Yep.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
A lonely
From that
window.
I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Oh.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Nice.
Took a picture.
Yep.
Alright guys, here we go. Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Alright, I'll give you guys a second to think, or to figure out why this is weird, before we show the answer. It's isolated? I think we're just going to
Funhouse's
move on.
structure is what you guys have been thinking. Then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Thinking time! Alright. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Spot selection.
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
I already gave you guys a huge hint. Go ahead, subject. You figured it out, right? I literally clicked on the hint. Okay, never mind. We're moving on. He'll say it.
Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
But there was no Grape House behind it.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Can I just click that? Yeah, I can click it.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call.
Darn sneezing. Ugh.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Something like that.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now
Wow.
that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Damn.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Yeah. Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported. Okay. This is also a very big hint. Do you guys want to try and guess this one?
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
Not exactly.
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figure out the mystery behind the Funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find out the answer if I just think about it. The hole on the top. Yeah, but what does that say about the structure of the building? Alright, let's do this. Logic drive. Oh, fine. Of course we have to do this. Whee, 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 whee. Whee. Oh, I should have known that would happen. Of Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yeah. Oh! Wow. They're being mean. Whee! Whee! Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? Wow, they almost got me again. Whee! Oh, hello. Question 3. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? My mind's being dumb, so which one's horizontally, which one's vertically? Oh! Ignore that. I just fell off. Okay. I'm confusing which one means horizontally and which one means vertically. So they should be connected like a tower. Right? Horizontal is up and down, so is my theory wrong then?
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the Funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
Okay.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Hold on.
Same building, different floors?
So it should be horizontal. What they're saying makes no sense.
The two houses aren't two different three-story buildings.
It's one building with different stories, right? So the answer should have been horizontal.
They're actually one 6-story building?
Yeah. So I was right.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where Strawberry House is located is
I see!
above Grape.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Okay. The way she's talking, though.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
That doesn't matter.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
Okay, subject. No problem. Thanks for coming by.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the Funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Just been Kuma.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Yeah.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Okay.
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Okay, Kazuichi, I'd be very impressed if you do
I
this.
see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
They were just talking about how everything was structured. I think you already saw it, though. Okay. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why.
One of the bodies was actually a dummy.
No, that's wrong! Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Okay. I was so caught up that I used that truth bullet before that I thought that there was no way that was it. I shouldn't have been thinking that way.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Yeah!
Miss Sonia,
Whoa.
that's a pretty harsh joke.
Yeah, right?
You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If
Ooh.
he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken. I see. That is disappointing.
I'm
Wow.
more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
I could. A device that transports things from to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah? Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's see if I can remember the buttons for this. Why does it have T starting off? Okay. I need another E, I think. There it is. Did I get hurt?
I got it.
Huh. Interesting.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
The tower itself.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether
Yep.
you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Just to mess with you.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Yep, different doors.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
It's just a wall with
There are
doorknobs.
too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change were moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, the oil we've been talking about, blah 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 blah, yep. Like everything in the room. The one thing all these have in common, they're huge, they're all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
Because it's on the wall.
Reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
It has no walls.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Ooh.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
You guys got this?
Then where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Yep.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary? So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
You mean like Monokuma?
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently...
There's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless joke.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Hall's side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the Funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Yep.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
Oh my gosh.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Yeah.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Okay.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
That's not exactly what it does, though.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Yep. Does anyone know the answer to this?
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
Okay, before I answer it, does anyone actually want to guess? Okay, I'm just going to answer it. I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. Did my stream freeze? It shouldn't have. Try refreshing. Everything on my end looks fine. Yeah. I don't know, subject. You might want to try refreshing your page. Okay. How can I break through this contradiction? Well...
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
Nope!
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Me? What?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Yep.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
The screen turned as it was explaining that.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
It spins, yep. Just like how it's showing here. It goes around the whole building.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
We are an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
Yeah.
Splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say
Well,
I'm
yeah.
inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Yeah?
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the fun.
He's just a bear.
Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Oh my
As long as
gosh.
you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For
Wow.
a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
A place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably... Oh boy, I gotta find a... I mean... Well, no, that's not what I was trying to point out.
Here! You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
16? Yes, it's definitely
You
16.
know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh, that jerk.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final Dead Room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse, which
Yep.
means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Yep.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery. And
I'm
then
guessing it's
thought
the
of a way to
wire.
kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? I know who it is.
Hiya!
Why hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away! I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious stuffadly. Oh, stuffadly. Stufatly. So I'm guessing it's stupid and fat and ugly combined into one word. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatly. Tisk tisk tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. I was right. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be. Ta-da! Stufatly. There's a... Huh? There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stufatly.
I'm gonna use that. You're a stufatly. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious, actually. Yeah. I didn't actually mean you, by the way, goddess.
Hello. I hope your day
Just
is
so you
well.
know. I hope your day is well.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
So what?
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Don't forget to save frequently. ...
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Oh yeah, they talk for me in this. I don't have to actually read it
well,
out.
Let's just press on ahead.
What? Whoa, that was a very strange change of attitude.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Yeah, no one can trust
There's
Nagito.
no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah, I know, right?
He's right. Now was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual.
Is it just me, or is their voice, like... Wait, it wouldn't be system, would it? It would be... Would it be system? Let's try that.
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
I feel like this will help people hear it a lot better. Right, when people actually start coming into the stream, maybe they'll let me know if it's too loud.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Yeah, definitely not.
Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
I have an idea.
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, and if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object... Wait, did I accidentally put an F in there? Oh well. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. Yeah, true. So, what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized dead battery, crush an elevator, between blunt object? No, I guess not.
Crap!
Cause of death. Okay. Falling?
I see!
He fell?
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
I'm trying to figure out how they did that. So, hold on. So, grape is at the bottom, right? The wire. But then the rope. What would the rope be tied to?
Died from falling?
Alright.
If the Funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Nah, they can't do that.
That, I don't know yet.
You can't push him because the door won't open.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
Nowhere.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yep.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Yeah, he fell. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? He didn't shove. If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Alright, let's do this. Why am I at such low health, by the way? Okay. Oh, wait. Good night button. A strange feeling tower. Broken doorknob. Wait.
When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
That's interesting.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Oops, that's not the
How
right
about
button.
this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
I'm just checking this real quick. I think I know the answer, though. Yeah, I think I know the answer.
When the elevator is on the first floor,
You can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible to shove.
Then, after locking they moved the and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a
Oops,
sensor?
wrong
As
button
long as there's a
again.
moving object inside.
Here we go.
No, that's wrong.
It's been a while, so
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
yes.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Oh,
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
dang. Poor Kazuichi. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? I think I know. Thanks for pointing out the doorknob, by the way.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Yeah.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
The
Sure.
arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No, not the hammer.
isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
I don't know what
What about the oil
happened
on the
with
floor?
the pillar.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
There you
I
go.
agree with that.
Doorknob!
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Hey, Subject, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it, buddy.
Might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a while since the last stream. Just been a little busy, you know. So I'm thinking Nekomaru fell on the pillar, and that's why it tumbled. It also explains why there's blood on the top of the pillar, which is pretty far away from Nekomaru's body, which would happen when it's falling anyway. It just makes the most sense to me.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Oh yeah, forgot
If the
about that.
elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Yeah.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Oh, I get it now.
Huh?
I get why the timer and everything went off.
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the fourth floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor of Grape Tower. and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That... that wire looks like it's not on that doorknob very well. Looks like it just slip at any moment.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh. Now what?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
You have a point. I'm kind of thinking that over right now as well. Oh. It's one of those. Dang it. Alarm timer, radio clock. Ooh, which one is it? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, think. I can't check my truth bullets to see which one it actually is. Oh, clock's timer. Clock. Timer. You think it's the radio one? Okay. Okay, I'll pick it.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Oh! I don't
make him
remember how
fall?
to do this.
There's no one in the tower to push. There's
Okay,
no
I
way
remember.
they could do that.
Yeah, did I die?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push... There's no way they could do that!
Events!
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yeah,
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should... If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, hold on, I missed something.
Damn it!
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
Okay, I got this. I know what
Doesn't
it
mean
is.
someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Oh! What? It wasn't the radio one, it was the other one. Dang it.
Crap!
Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Okay.
Allow me to cut through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was
Yeah.
suspended upside down in midair?
It's the alarm thing.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why... If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Except it didn't slip, it broke.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When
Dang, he
Nekomaru
must be
woke,
heavy.
He must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
There would have still been some kind of evidence left. Like scratches on the doorknob, even if it didn't break off, but it wouldn't have been as obvious. The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! Whoa! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the... Oh, because he loosened it. Yeah. Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Go! Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to
I
find.
see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Language!
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
That's getting weird.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Okay, that's nice.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this!
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside
He said
down.
the F word! Panic!
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yeah, I know that. Took me a second, but yeah. Crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru, only thing, he collided with the pillar.
I see!
'Cause the blood on it.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Sort of.
The pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Probably a
At
coincidence.
this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
I have a clue.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai-Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. Okay, so I got this part. It's the next part that I'm still thinking over. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Yeah, wall clock, radio clock. Yeah.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death from the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Wait.
The killer probably did some tampering.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's
You're right. You're right.
chest.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Ah! Ah! I freaked out too much. Okay, I should think that through a little bit more. Just thanks to that down dead dude.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Oh wait, I had the right
The
truth
alarm
bullet,
inside
didn't I?
Nekomaru's
Here,
chest
here.
was set for 7. Nekomaru died.
His time of death from one of those must.
Killer probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
There. I had the right truth bullet. I don't know why I was panicking like that. Everyone panic. It's
No,
because
the clock
that darn
inside his chest
F
was a
word.
radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Kazuichi said the F word, it just caused me to panic, you know?
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Nope.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
What do you mean?
The clock inside Grape House?
Oh. Oh, that's crazy.
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Because they changed all of the
If
clocks.
there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
We'll see.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Okay, this time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? ... Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure it out. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Oh boy. Alright, let's do it. I'm sure I got this. Question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer is, where the murder happened, the time in the building. Yeah. Do I? Oh, that's cool. Whee! Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? Building's clock. Both. Oh, shit. How do I... That's so far. No, it's not both. It's gotta be the building's clocks, but... No. My gut says Nekomaru's radio clock. I'm wrong! Oh, I didn't make it. Oh my gosh. I tried. Alright, I got it now. Oh. Interesting. I thought I could make it. I almost did, actually. Oh, wow. Question 3. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses did. Whee! Yeah, so they just tampered with all the clocks, I guess?
It's all coming together.
I
You said you
mean,
checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
unless they all had the
But
wrong
what
time.
if all those clocks have been messed with?
Okay.
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building.
Yeah, it's a Twitch
changing
cut.
all the clocks.
TwitchCon shirt. TwitchCon cup.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Hours, probably? That's the main problem. I need to clarify how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Really? Because I don't know what time the clocks actually said. Yeah, definitely. It's not because I like the color purple or anything. It also the color purple with this shirt does seem to seems to help with the lighting a lot. I don't know why, because I always get the best lighting when I'm wearing the purple shirt. My other clothes are like black, red, or white. Yeah. I don't have very many colorful clothes, do I? I need a better wardrobe. Alright, let's figure this out. Connie's account. Wait, whoa, wait. I should know this.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Nope, that's what time it was.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
It would have been a great clue.
Oh, I guess I was a little too late.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
We did hear
There's
it.
no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If doesn't exist. Okay.
If the
You
time
got
in the
this.
building was off, then we can only rely. The time of was clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yep.
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Wait a minute. So Nekomaru did die at 7:30, but we thought it was 5:30. Oh, okay. And that's why Monokuma said everyone was super late. hours late.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
Yeah.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
He's definitely pointing out that he has an alibi.
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Oh.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Aw? Why couldn't she hear
There's
it?
nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Wait, I'm curious why she couldn't hear it though.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m. It's like the answer to how much of our time, blah blah blah.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
Yep.
2 hours? That much?
Yeah.
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the Funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Okay.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get
Yeah.
Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't have to look at the clocks. Everyone else does.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Huh. Fuyuhiko knows who it is, or has the information to know who it is. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is... Close.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Yes.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yes.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
Yep.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
What? Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Yep. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
I actually don't know what he's talking about.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Is that a saying?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
I don't know if you are.
Not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get...
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Okay.
Now that we found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Yes, to 1. For me.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Yeah.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
Told you he knows.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
No. No.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Who?
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Nagito? For that time. Nagito didn't. Sorry, buddy.
You're the only one!
It's not him. But that's who they think it
The
is.
one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Come on, Nagito, you could fix this.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Ooh. Wait a minute. Sonia and Nagito have the same alibi.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Okay, I'm curious.
Not only did I not hear the alarm,
Yeah.
I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Neither did Sonia. He couldn't? It's because of their rooms. They both have the top room.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However,
He said it
that is
again!
also true for me.
Panic! See, Sonia has his alibi.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Oh, so, oh my goodness. I definitely have proof of the killer now. He's a bat. What the heck? Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
There's 4 of them that shouldn't have been able to hear it, by the way. Keep saying the oh yeah. The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Shiaki. The secret is what these 3 have in common. Could this also be the secret points of the killer? Blah blah blah. I know what it is. Hangman Gambit. Alright, I gotta remember how to do this. Okay, I remember how to do this. I don't know what would, what? I don't know what this is. What? What is this? Oh, it's Deluxe. How do you spell Deluxe? Whew, that was close. Oh, I needed that E. Whoo! No!
I got it!
Definitely gets faster as you go on that one. A little hard.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in Deluxe Rooms, right?
I can't remember what the rooms were called.
If I recall, the Deluxe Rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by equality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Yes.
No.
Dot.
You guys must understand by now, right? The true
Yep.
identity of Nekomaru's killer.
I know who it is.
Oh, hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. I know what he means. The killer is among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Okay, subject. You have less than a minute. Can you figure out who it is? Here's a clue. There are 4 deluxe rooms. And only 3 people claim they didn't hear any of this. The email princess? Oh, the female princess? Sonia? Wait a minute. She didn't hear it. Okay. There's 4 deluxe rooms. She was one of the 3 that said she couldn't hear it, that admitted she couldn't hear it. Gundam had the 4th room, and he woke up to the alarm clock, even though he couldn't hear anything.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
Dot.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Hey, how's it going, Goddess? Welcome to the stream. You missed everything. Goddess, I don't want to spoil it for you. Remember, I told you I was going to make a YouTube video of this for DCAT. I feel like I already gave you the answer to everything, though. Well, that felt weird. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House, I think he already said that.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
No.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
Yeah, and he actually had a closer room.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
Oh, Sonya's so heartbroken.
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Damn.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Oh yeah, because he was... Oh, good job, Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko did everything here.
Me?
Yeah.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
There's a lot of explaining.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's louder than the supreme ruler of... Yeah. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
Yeah.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Yeah, poor guy.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
Well, how many divas do you actually have? Is it only the 3? Because then you have 8.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10
Wait,
ears.
where's the other one? Oh, it's in his arm.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
Bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
He looks very
At
nervous.
the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm.
That's a long bathroom break.
That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are
So
you
simple.
saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, You don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
That's a horrible idea.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Weird.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
He is definitely very different.
Something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
He lost when he read the files, yeah.
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
No, I'm sure he has something.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Okay.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Sure.
From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
I know the answer.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing.
Yeah, I knew he would use that as an alibi.
Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
It's decided for me.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Okay. Where are you? What? No. Where is it?
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the
Dang it,
elevator
Nagito's...
was
Wait, I know what I'm
broken
doing.
at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No.
Or if there was a secret passage.
How much
Oh, I
longer
pressed
do you
the wrong
plan to
button.
lecture me? Why don't we
Okay.
stop this already?
Well, I know how to do it.
That elevator was the only means of travel. As long as that your assumption.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot...
Since I
Come
was
on.
there's no question that the
It would have been different if they had...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Give me that.
How much longer do you plan? Why don't we stop this already?
Alright, contradictions when something is obviously wrong, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
Got him.
No, that's wrong.
I wanted to make sure it hit.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Let me just take that. Yeah.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Yes.
You're the only one!
He's not the killer, by the way.
Nagito, you should know.
It's definitely Gundam.
What are you talking about?
Are you really that bored?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Wow.
There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Yes.
Plus, once you've cleared
Sort
the
of.
final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Alright, sure.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
That would be impressive.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, let's see it. How do I do this again? It's not wire, it's not tutorial fragments. No. Huh. Ugh. Wait, wire.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
How do I hit those?
you could
Oh my
travel
gosh.
through multiple planes, provided you use a
What?
spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed
Ah.
illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes,
Dang it.
provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Did I pass? Oh my gosh.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Come on. Yeah! Okay.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I missed it.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood...
Allow me to cut
Got it.
through those words! the wire
That was
used to
challenging.
string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Yes.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Where is the wire? A little hard to tell.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Oh, poor guy.
Seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
He is?
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru
I'm not
was
pressing
able to go to
anything.
Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Nagito!
If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Ah, that jerk. I wanted to...
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Can I?
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Huh.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Huh,
Why
interesting.
are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Exactly. You don't even understand that. No.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
Sure.
I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your
Sure.
words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Except it's a 5-on-1.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Alright.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other,
Alright. I'll take these tips into account.
you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Okay.
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Let me do that. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Panic talk action. I don't remember how to do this.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
I don't know how to do this.
Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire!
This is hard.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
Ah!
Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
Okay. With a little bit of practice, I think I could get the hang of that.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Oh, wow, that oh sound. That was completely not like him.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yes.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
A misery, I don't even know what word that is, of evil. In accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through, Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Choo choo. Click. Ah, it pressed the button. Truly, this is the skyline lamentation? I don't know what that is either. Art of the Demon Mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Oh, he's freaking out. He has one more thing, I'm sure.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
A little confused as to what he's thinking.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Wait, so that's it? Oh! So I do get to do this. Okay, in that case... hold on, let me check something. Ugh. Alarm set for 4 minutes. Oh. This is nothing This is something. This is nothing. Okay. Good thing I have 8 minutes. Alright. Mekamaru. Alarm set for 5. It's 5 a.m. right now. Wait, it's 5 a.m. No, wrong one. Okay. Really? Oh, am I? Yeah. Okay. So that's nothing. Let's see. Hammer is right. Where is Hammer? Where are you, Hammer? So heard something. Doesn't hear anything until here. Wait. Oh, sorry, listen. Okay. So that means it's gotta be that. This makes sense. Let's talk. Okay, there are 2.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Act
Let's
1.
first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Click.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the Funhouse by 2 hours.
What is that?
Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m.
Some kind of spin thing.
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the nest. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
Clicked that way too early.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the Funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Clank.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Great Tower for a specific reason.
Very specific reason. Clank, clank, clank.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins.
Ooh, I did it again. Look at his walk.
Because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
Alright. Sure.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob.
Poor guy.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door.
They could have done better.
This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
That looks about how much he would struggle in that situation.
Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the Funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
I like the strawberry little effect there.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Thank you.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth, or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Alright, that's the class trial.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
He has some crazy beliefs. He's crazy. A little, maybe. Huh. That's interesting. Can he actually fight? Oh, I want to see something happen from this. What actually happened from that, though? Huh. That's weird. Alright, that was the video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I did a good job. I tried to, like, take a few seconds for chat to, like, try and figure things out for themselves, and I try to not include that too much in the YouTube video. If you guys wanted to try and figure out for yourself, I hope you guys knew to just pause the video and try to figure it out. But yes, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's Danganronpa 2 Chapter 4. And, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this for many of my streams, but I feel like there were a lot of people that wanted to see this one, so I made it. And yeah, there it is. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. Stay in pieces, everyone.